Welcome to Folk It, episode 3. Back with Tim. We're going to talk about all kind of fun stuff today. First up, we're going to hit a little about UFC 330. It's one of the bigger events, bigger cards, because we've got champion fight at 170 from 155 with Islam Makhachev against Ian Garry. Ian Garry is tough, man. He is tough. It's hard to finish him. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. And then, just whatever else comes up. I've been working out a lot, and my Instagram follower count is up to 780 now. So we talked a little bit about that. Does that sound good? Yeah,
Yeah,
780.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So first thing about Islam, like when you were talking about him moving up, it's like, oh, I want to get 2 belts. Like in the end of the day, no one's gonna give a shit about him because we all know Khabib is better than him, and he's just kind of he's like a budget version of Khabib, and no matter how many belts he gets, it's like it doesn't even matter. Like no one's like his legacy. There's going to be no legacy for him. He's just another dude that Khabib trained, and yeah, and just wherever he's at.
That's interesting to me because that's how I feel too. Like Islam is like Khabib part two. He's training himself. Khabib he retired after his dad died and kept his promise, and now he's like training up Makachev. They've got this weird brotherly relationship.
Yeah,
But
like even DC, like DC kind of said it publicly that if Khabib is still fighting, he'll still be the champ. So say that to, I mean, if we read between the lines, he's saying exactly what everyone is thinking. Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, I don't even know if it's true. Like, so it's like we're a certain generation. So is DC. People who have been around for a while, a little older. I don't wonder how it is for like new people coming in, since they may not have seen the Khabib drama and understood how he impacted the division. It's hard to know. Like maybe because Islam looks bigger, like he's more cut. He looks like he does a few more steroids, and I don't know if he's got the gas tank, but um, if I was new, I might think the opposite. I might think Islam is like the guy, and he's just humble, and he's not ever going to go against his coach.
yeah.
But it's not a big pop. Like I think your point is like this is a big jump. This is a big deal. We're talking about it, and we don't talk about every fight weekend. We lay off the scrub events. And this one's not a scrub event. It's got a lot of scrub stuff coming up, in the prelims, and a lot of the main card is scrub. But this fight isn't, because it's hard to go from 155 to 170. I think it might be one of the most difficult jumps, in my opinion. It's why they've always talked about having a 165 division, because if you walk around 185 and you cut to 155, that's tough. You go in dehydrated. Some other smaller guy has a chance. Like you can be 5'10" to 6 foot and fight 155 with the cut.
Yeah.
But to go to 170, the guys are walking around 205, 210. And remember, like, this is Izzy. Didn't Izzy fight at 170 Pereira? Like, they're big guys
I
cutting
think
down to
185.
170. They did 185. Yeah, 185.
185, and then yeah, I mean that guy's
205.
walking around 250, cutting
There's
to 185. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's just big cuts. And so you can find yourself in this gray zone, I think. Like, people naturally in their early 20s can fight cut weight easier. They haven't put on the muscle mass. Islam, like, he's put on muscle mass. He's big. That 155 cut's going to be tough. But do we care? Do you care that he's making this hard jump and he's going to fight one of the top 3 guys in 170?
yeah. It's no, because the
Right.
whole thing is because he's gonna fight the same way, and we all know. Okay, if you're good at wrestling, you can kind of adapt to the weight better than like fighting because you can like as someone who you might be lighter. You could, if your wrestling skill is a lot better than the other guy, you can kind of use that to, you know, to get an advantage. So
Play
I
defense.
don't,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't see that as a big challenge for him to, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going up a weight class, but at the same time, if I'm a black belt, I'm just kind of sparring with a blue belt. He could be like 250 pounds,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so, and I think his wrestling game is so much better than Ian Gary. And, yeah, the fight's going to be the similar boring thing. The only chance he gets is if his ego kind of gets in the way. They're like, "Oh no, I can like prove all these like
Starts to
prove,
strike. Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
prove all these yappers like us saying like, "Oh, bitch, you can't strike." And then he'll try to do something stupid and get knocked out. Like that's like the only scenario I see of
Yeah. And
him losing.
I'm with you because I think actually his striking for MMA, like, I mean, just if you walked into a boxing gym, it'd be terrible. But for
Yeah.
MMA striking, he's better than people give him credit for. He can do more than just threaten a takedown and throw an overhand,
Yeah.
right? Like but that's dangerous because
Exactly.
yeah, he 100% could think I can do this. Let me show everybody.
Yeah, because last time he was doing kicks and shit, like
Yeah,
yes, like you're connecting, but you're yeah, like it makes you think like, oh, like the Ronda Rousey thing.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Right.
he's gonna
Throwing these corkscrew punches. Yeah,
yeah. So just because you can beat up people in the gym and don't think your striking is at that level, and
yeah,
yeah, so I think I mean, it's a legit option for Ian Gary to win. Like he has to get in his head, make him get his ego up,
yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah, take advantage of it.
Yeah, so I mean, I think I hope Ian Gary wins. Like, I'm interested for two reasons. One, what you just said is like the dynamics of this fight with the style and the weight are interesting because normally I would never go against Islam against any opponent the same size or smaller. Like he can grapple and win, and like it's going to be boring. I'm not even going to watch it. But a taller striker who has shown takedown defense could weather the storm. And like Islam is gonna be dominant on the ground in the first round. Let's say he doesn't go with the strike strategy. He just does what he's good at. He's going to try to get you to the ground. If he can't, he's going to put you in the fence. He's going to grind. That first round takes a lot out of him. He's more heavily muscled. He doesn't have the cardio that Khabib did. So if you push him to round 4, like if Ian Gary survives 1, like he gets up, he makes him work super hard in 1. He just gets up, gets taken down, gets up, gets taken down. He's got to take down a much bigger guy. So instead of Islam being the blanket, the impenetrable force, that grip is going to start to loosen. And he's going to lose a little strength as the fight goes. So it's not going to look as dominant. Like that's my prediction. It's not going to look as dominant with a bigger guy,
Yeah.
even if he does what he's supposed to.
All right. So I stopped listening to you when you say you want Ian Gary to win because Ian Gary, his character is
Yeah.
so shitty. I cannot get myself to like him at all. Like you're an Irish guy. Your brand is like loyalty to your country. Is he Irish? Is he Irish or English?
I think he's Irish.
Yeah. So like that's the brand of an Irishman.
He
You
married a
know,
Brazilian though. He's got some different tastes. He's
that's what.
got some
Okay.
exotic tastes. It's all right.
Yeah. Like you, as an Irishman, you go to Brazil for a vacation, not to fucking stay there. Like you go there, you come back and you tell all your bros like, oh hey, like Brazil is fun. I'll take you to these places. Not to go there, change your last name, swear off your family, and then have your brother like go on Instagram putting you on blast how you don't even care about the family. That is not on brand to be an Irishman. So I think he lost his core demographic. That includes Americans. you know. Now you're like just a Brazilian white guy.
But suppose he beats Islam Makhachev. Does he get it back? That's where I'm at.
Yeah, the fundamentally you gotta
I mean,
you gotta
I get
represent.
I get where you're coming from. Like, I don't. There's a difference between wanting somebody to win and liking them or rooting for them. I'm not rooting for either one of these guys. I definitely do not want Makachev to win. I do not want a Kazakhstani wrestler to ever win again in the UFC. Like, I don't ever want to see a Nurmagomedov in the UFC again. But I get where you're going from with Ian Garry.
Did you see that article about how like Khabib was scolding? He was like there was some article about how Islam said shut up during the face off, and then Khabib was like, hey, we're from Kazakhstan. We have respect, and we're Muslim, and you should not disrespect people. I'm like, that's turning into like a Creed sequel.
Who did he say it to? So Makachev said, "Shut up" to Ian Garry.
Yeah.
Oh, in a press conference or something?
Yeah, something like that. And then afterward, they caught the camera of Khabib like, hey, like,
man, that would be that would be a great turnaround of events or something, right? Like the next sequel is Khabib comes back to fight Makhachev after they split ways. Like the only thing that gets him out of retirement is to fight his pupil. That had to be a Rocky movie.
Oh my god, that would be an all-time. That would
pay-per-view.
I can make that happen.
Yeah, I mean that's $100 million.
Retirement. Oh my god,
I mean that's $100 million fight.
That is a gladiator. Remember the retirement came out, and then the Tiger all came out from the Coliseum. It was that scene. Oh, that. Yeah, Dana White made that happen.
That's like one of the very few fights I can think of. I also heard that Conor started drinking again after he heard Brad Pitt. Did you hear this? I don't even know if this is true or not. This is misinformation I'm spreading. I don't know, but
no, I saw that.
It said, like, what did it last? Like 2 weeks or something? Conor got off the liquor for 2 weeks, and then he hurt his knee, got surgery, and now Brad Pitt is inspired to drink again. He's not coming back. He's not coming back, man. He's not fighting again. So the only thing left is Khabib Makhachev split. I mean, it's basically the UFC at this point. If they had a big falling out,
it's event like those stories have always been. That story never changes. It's like champion getting all coked up and just.
It's a cliche.
Himself.
Yeah.
And then what do you call it? Like the disciple beats the master. The Padawan? What are those phrases? Like you see it on kung fu movies all the time. Like just the disciple just kind of be like, I'm gonna do my own thing, and then they will fight in the rain. It's
where this has to go.
It's already written.
Yeah, it's where it has to go. There's nothing left. In some ways, it's like UFC is on the same story arc, right? Like UFC was this young upstart company. They were going to buck the trend that boxing had with all the corruption and the allegations of fixed fights. They were going to buck that trend and say a centralized, real fighting, real championship kind of story. But now they're owned by like Paramount, who is like run by best friend with Trump. And it's more and more like WWE every event. Like, I don't think the fights are rigged.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But the storyline is rigged.
Yeah.
Like, they're making the matchups to get stories. They're throwing some fighters like really good storylines, that are hot. And maybe because they like Dana, maybe Dana likes them, whatever the reason. They're making the storylines through the matchups. I also do think there's probably been judges that have been paid off. There's got to be with gambling. There's been probably refs that have been paid off. Got to be with gambling. So as much as the UFC is real fighting and people taking damage, there's a storyline to it.
Yeah.
And if the storyline is going to follow the arc, we've got to see, uh, a big split happen. We've got to see, the best of the best, the goats, coach somebody up and then the goat has to fight the new champ. It's got to happen.
Yeah, that's the it I don't know. I don't know if it's like scripted or just the human nature is the same for thousands of years, and that's just how we are, like with the ego.
Yeah.
Uh, Like it just naturally leads into these things.
It's like a base instinct too, because I mean, some people can read a book and interpret this in a way that they reflect on it and put it in their own life. And some people have to learn the hard way. Fighters, fight promoters, fight owners, everybody in the fight game is the second. They're the people that have to learn the hard way. So they just go on emotion. And if you just follow emotion, this is the story for every athlete, every boxer, every gladiator that has ever lived. It's wild. But I also think it's the UFC. Like the UFC peaked. This is the story for fight systems. Like the mafia comes in, international crime comes in, fixing of fights comes in, storylines comes in. Like it's really hard to put on fight promotions that stay out of that seedy underbelly. That's why they have them in casinos a lot of times, right? Like all of this is based out of Vegas for the big events. And the UFC is on the same arc. Like they're going to have to resist its crash. Like the UFC will go through the same cycle that every other fight world has gone through, which is corruption, fixing, gambling, and just ego. Like you said, the fighters have the ego. Dana White's got an ego too. The billionaires who just bought it have an ego. They're going to make all of the same mistakes that everybody makes every time fighting gets big. Like,
No, I understand. Yeah, I get it. It's like at the same time, it's like it's it's part of the fighting spirit. Like fighting started at a bar in a basement. Like it's just you're not gonna find a nun there. Like it's a place where people get drunk, do really bad things, just live vicariously, and that goes with gambling, that goes with the mafia. Like it's just that whole equilibrium, the whole ecosystem
yeah, no.
of fighting.
So, like, the other side of that pendulum is where martial arts were developed. So, like, if you're people make fun of like the kung fu instructors, tai chi instructors. There's other ones too, but these are the ones that I follow and see. And they're like, well, this never works in real life. And I'm like, look, in real life, the way to get ahead is not to get in barroom fights.
Yeah.
Like it's not real life, because in real life, the way to get ahead is to get an education, study hard, work hard, build a community, make a lot of friends, build a network, and not be the kind of guy who's hanging out in the bar getting in fights.
No, not even that. It's like, remember that book you had us all reading?
Which one? Which one of my books?
In our first job, you made a book club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was a samurai guy. He was like, I'd never lost a fight, and then that's the martial arts spirit, where you're not fighting in a bar. You learn about yourself. It's exactly what you're saying. Like that's the Asian martial arts.
Yeah, and I think it probably applies in other things too, like, wrestling and Greco-Roman style wrestling. It was in the Olympics. It's been around a long, long time. We're not reinventing wrestling. Gladiator events happened, right? We are not inventing cage fights. We know people like to watch this since the beginning of people. But at some point, like the styles start to go away from what works in real life and towards let me build a school that also includes real life lessons. Like let me make this about teaching young men and women, children, kids, like how to defend themselves, but in a way that gives them society level skills that help them the rest of their life. And UFC is just cage fighting, man. As much as they want to be a sport, they're not a sport. They're cage fighting with WWE overtones.
Yeah.
So the pendulums will swing back. It's just like maybe it's 100 years from now. I don't know when it's going to swing, but this is how I think about those people on social media who kind of jump down the throat of the kind of traditional martial artists who aren't just showing, Brazilian jiu-jitsu or,
How they take a gun off somebody.
yeah. That stuff is kind of goofy, but the traditional styles are, it's not about using them in a fight. It's about learning them and what that gives you, like along the way, the road, the path you take.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I mentioned social media there.
Yeah.
Social media is part of UFC. It's also part of everything. And you told me you've been messing around a little on TikTok.
Dude. Like before I got into TikTok, I thought of TikTok as like, oh, it's like an Asian version of Instagram, but it's nothing like that. Like, have you gone on like TikTok live and just do like a scroll on Dude, TikTok live, it's like the wildest thing. So I think everyone knows in the TikTok live, you can donate money and things, bring gifts and stuff. But what's interesting is I don't know if people know this, but there's leagues of how much donation you get every 3 weeks. And based on the donation you get, you can get promoted to a higher league. And then, so there's different rankings
Hmm.
of donations you get. So it's like a way to build a fan base, have people keep donating, and they take 40%. Like CapCut takes 40%, not CapCut. CapCut is also ByteDance. So ByteDance takes 40%
Hmm.
of every dollar you donate.
So if you're a good creator and you build an audience, you could potentially, that's one of the ways you could make money on TikTok.
Yes. And then you also kind of pressure your biggest fans to keep donating so you can keep your league up.
Hmm.
It's kind of
It's a little bit like a
like the
pyramid scheme.
hostess, huh?
It's a little bit like a pyramid scheme, but okay.
Yeah, I mean it's exactly like in Asia there's like like a big thing called like host clubs, hostess clubs, idol where people just come in and just blow all their money out just so you can have someone talking to them, entertain them, things like that. It's exactly like that. It's like an Asian type of thing that Asians are just used to that. Like in here it's like, okay, I'm not paying you unless put your tit out. It's like Americans are more like in
What?
that. You're
Yeah.
like, you better show me some ass. You want but in the other culture, like in Asia, it's different. There's a whole different way. It's non-sexual, but the form of me paying attention to you gets money. Now, so if you go into uh, TikTok live and you see the people on there begging, not like begging for money of people donating, you see some wild shit. Like you could, for 1 second, you could see a bunch of people singing in a group, like doing dances. The next second, you'll have like a Chinese person who's dressed like a fortune teller and be like, okay, I can tell your fortune. Like, tell me at birthdays, and then I'll tell you your future. And then right after that, you just have like all these wild, different people
Hmm.
putting themselves out there and just asking for money from people just
Weird
willing.
because Instagram doesn't have that at all. Like I was looking up at Instagram Like I've been doing the fitness stuff on Instagram for
Yeah.
3 or 4 years, 4 years maybe.
Yeah.
But I just do it as a like I'm recording my workout so I can go back and look at it and see how to either get better or like how far I've improved.
Yeah.
So it's I don't to monetize. I think you have to get a certain number of followers, and Instagram themselves will pay you. We've got 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then I think you can also get sponsorships. So like you can do sponsored ad type of stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's one other way, but Instagram will pay you get ads or subscription costs. But I think subscriptions are very small percent. Like very, very few people make anything but with subscriptions. This sounds like though TikTok has a way to get subscribers who continually are giving you like money as part of your Twitch stream or like a stream.
Yes. Yeah. It's like a mix on Twitch and Instagram. There are people on TikTok that just streams, don't post at all, and just stream and then have a stream fan base. Like you'll see people with like 30,000 followers, but like nothing on their profile,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And then there are people who just selling shit, like just selling beauty
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, I've seen the sponsored ad type of stuff.
Yeah. And then yeah, it's just it's mind-boggling. Like this people selling batteries, like power bank batteries. Like you can go to Amazon and try to buy like a battery for $30, but then over at TikTok, same thing. They'll be like, okay, I can sell it to you for 15 because my uncle works in a Chinese factory in Chengdu or some shit. And then, they'll ship that thing right
Yeah.
off the factory
Yeah,
hot. Like,
we don't have that on. I haven't seen it on Instagram anyway. It's weird because I curated my algorithm so much around like fitness, jump rope, being an older fitness person, and the shadow boxing, UFC, MMA, boxing and MMA. Occasionally, I get weird stuff creeping in there, but like I curated it by like interacting and liking a bunch of people, following a bunch of people, commenting on other people's stuff,
yeah,
and just kind of contributing to the ecosystem. So that's how I started with TikTok too. I go post some videos every once in a while to compare. Like I do YouTube reels, YouTube shorts sometimes too, and I get maybe 200 or so views on TikTok. I maybe get 400 to 500 on my jump ropes on Instagram. I did find a secret if you want to hear it.
let's hear it.
So on Instagram, I think what's happened, they made a change so you can only do 4 or 5 hashtags in the actual your first, about your post.
Yeah.
But you can type a lot of words. And I think what they're doing is they're using like an AI to summarize those words. And they're not using hashtags anymore to drive your traffic. Because if I talk about a UFC event or talk about MMA, like ground and pound, I'll say, hey, I'm watching UFC. I'm working on my ground and pound. I'll get 1,500 views if it's near an event, right? Like if it's so I think they're, instead of going hashtag traffic and promoting it, they're summarizing it, building their own what you're talking about list, and then promoting you that way. Like hashtags don't mean as much anymore on Instagram.
Oh, that makes so much sense. So I think from now on, whenever I type the description, I'm gonna put it on ChatGPT and be like, okay, tell me if you had to give me 5 keywords, what would they be? And then if those keywords align with the audience I'm trying to reach, then that means that the description is a good description.
Yeah, try it out and see what it does. Like I can tell when somebody asks ChatGPT to write them an Instagram post. They all look the same. Instagram, LinkedIn, they all have a lot of lines in them. We got to scroll a long way down.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's it. I think it's like a word thing, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're saying you're watching UFC, or you're saying I'm doing an MMA martial arts workout and I'm watching UFC.
Yeah.
Facebook gives you to the UFC hashtags automatically,
Like the description is not for a human being to read. It's for the AI to interpret.
Right. It's for them to figure out who you're going to push the video to.
That makes sense.
Using the AI somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta stop being so introspective and like
try stuff, man. You've got some real funny ones. Like I don't want to give it away if we don't want to give it away yet, but you've got some talent, man. We could go far. We could start putting these things on YouTube, on the channel, and pop it on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
I'm enjoying it. Like I'm enjoying. It's like a place where I don't have to. Hold on a second. It's like a place where I can enjoy not knowing.
I'm gonna tell you, we used to have these lunchtime conversations every day. This was what we were built for, man. Like this is what we are good at. Like we were built for this from day one. Those lunchtime conversations were gold back then, and we didn't know it.
Dude, we had the most interesting lunch group in the whole company. I am not. I'm trying to be all bragging and stuff, but every time we go there, we're like the cool group that sits together and talk. Everyone just kind of get their lunch and go back to their safe, you know, when no one does
skiff, right?
Stink up the whole room.
Yeah. All right, I say we call it here. It was a great episode. Let's do it again next week, and we'll talk a little bit more algorithms and AI, and maybe talk about how Ian Garry just won.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Okay.